Hey, what's up? Welcome to my garage. I'm gonna be giving away this knife right here with the sheath, this little sheep's foot. It's a pretty good knife. So if you're interested in winning this knife and sheath, go ahead and watch the video, and at the end I'll describe how you can enter to win the drawing for this sheep's foot. Right now though, let's go ahead and make some sheaths. So I've been making sheaths a little bit the last couple videos, and I still have 6 knives that I gotta make sheaths for. Let's take a look. So instead of making a video on each one of these, I'm just gonna do it shotgun style, do them all in this video. So let's get to it. All right, first step is gotta design some sheath pattern templates, whatever you call them. So I've done one for this hunter I made for my grandpa. The way I did it last time, it turned out pretty good, is I took my leather, the thickness, measured it, and then drew a line at the top to leave that much space for like the part that folds over, and then drew the welt. I drew the welt about 3/8, maybe a little less thickness out from the edge. And then the rest of it, from what I understand, is kind of your own personal design, your own style. There's probably some finer details that go into it, but you know, this is the 3rd sheath I've ever made, so I'm no expert. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and draw out the rest of the patterns. All right, well, here's all the designs. These 3 are gonna be all folded. These 3 are gonna be full welts. Nothing too crazy, but all these have something I've never tried before. The next step is to cut out all the pieces and carve them up, do whatever kind of stamp work I'm gonna do. I'm sure I'll mess one of them up. Let's get to it.
All right, got the sheaths all cut out. I did adjust the templates a little bit before I cut them out. I extended the areas where the handles go a bit. It didn't seem like they were gonna fit before. Hopefully everything turns out now. Now we're gonna do some engraving, embossing, decoration on the sheaths. I'm gonna engrave my grandpa's initials on his sheath. Anyway, let's see how it goes. All right, got the stamping and engraving, the embossing, whatever you call it, done. I really like how the initials turned out on my grandpa's sheath. I think it's going to look pretty good in the end. Got the holes punched for the stitching. Ready to work on some belt loops and some welts. Let's see how it goes.
All right, if you're paying close attention, you might have noticed that a few of these designs changed. Like I cut the belt loop off here because this one is for my dad. He's left-handed, and I put the belt loop on the wrong side. I also cut the belt loop off here. It just wasn't working. So I made some other belt loops that I'm going to have to stitch on. For these two sheaths, I was trying to kind of match the knife handle design. So like this one's got the purple stripes. I guess it's burgundy stripes actually. They're kind of close. And then this one is black and yellow, and I couldn't really do yellow, so I'm doing like a high contrast with the black, and I guess this is like a tan. So I hope that looks pretty good together. These two are kind of experiments. I got these reddish colors, and then this one has purple, and I just kind of wanted to see what they look like when they turned out. This one hasn't dried yet, and so it'll change colors. And then all these have like also stiffened up since I dyed the back, so you wouldn't see like the leather and stuff. And I'm gonna have to use some tan coat on them to soften them up, and that'll darken the leather a little bit. All right, so the next step is going to buff all these, put some tan coat on them, let it seep in, let them soften up so we can bend them and stitch them together. And then also going to use these rotary bits, burnish all the edges that aren't going to be stacked up. And by that I mean going to have this welt in here, so these edges are going to have stacked leather. Around here, that's going to be a single layer around here, also on the belt loop. So I'm going to burnish all that with the burnishing tools that I made, if I can find them. This is the only one I can seem to find.
All right, I got the belt loops all stitched on and the welts glued on. I'm pretty much ready to put the two halves of the sheaths together, glue them, stitch them. I did have to add some extra welt in the handle areas of a few of these knives so that they would fit together. Otherwise, they're just too small. That's something I'm going to have to account for when I'm making templates. I ended up making this one for my dad for Father's Day, so I'd have it done in time. That's why this one's all finished off. All right, so next up we're going to glue the two parts of the sheath together. We're going to punch the holes through to the other side for the stitching. Then we're going to stitch it up, cut the excess welt off, sand it down, dye the edge, and burnish it. And then I think we're pretty much done. Let's get to it.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. A few issues I had with these sheaths
is I didn't really draw out the templates how I should have. I didn't account for the handle size. I only accounted for the leather thickness, and that really kind of screwed me up. I had to add in a lot of these extra layers of welt around the handle so things would fit on all the knives. Also the stitching, you know, I'm not getting that super great on the back side. As you can see, it's pretty wonky right there. Front side looks pretty good. I'll have to work on that. For this one, I tried to do some shading here where it kind of looks like one of these lines is going underneath the other one and into the edge here, and it didn't really work out. It just kind of turned out all red. Definitely need a lot more practice to get that to work out. But all in all, I really liked how these sheaths turned out. Why don't you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. And now for the giveaway of this sheep's foot knife and sheath. First, you gotta be 18 to enter. I don't think it's legal to give knives to minors, so sorry if you're under 18. You can enter your name for the drawing on this knife 3 different ways. You can comment down below something that you liked or didn't like about the video. Something that shows me you actually watched at least part of the video. You can also go to my Instagram account, which is linked on my homepage. And it's also at wunder.cc. And there you gotta subscribe and tag a friend. You can also share the giveaway post, and that'll enter you 3 different times. So you have 3 times the chance of winning if you do all 3. I'm also going to be doing giveaways in the future, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. I will be doing the drawing for this knife a week from today, which is next Sunday, July 7th. I'll put a live drawing up on my Instagram. I'll also be posting a video announcing the winner. Anyway, good luck to everybody. Hope you have a great day. Peace.